All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Florida Boy. You know where you are at. You are on my channel. In today's video, we're going to be coming at you really fast. We've got my top 5 favorite budget knives in my collection. Let's go. So starting off first, this is definitely the first one because I think this is a knife that pretty much everybody should own. This is the Ontario Knife Company Rat Model 1. This variation I have is AUS 8. Not really a hardcore user for me. I do use it from time to time, but for the most part, this knife really is a comparison knife for the channel. And you know, now starting this year, you can buy this in other different variations. I believe it's S45VN. You can get the blade. It might be S30V, but I think it's 45. But yes, now you can get this blade in a whole bunch of different steels. I say a whole bunch. You know, there's some new steels now. You don't have to buy the budget version, but if you keep an eye on Amazon, these guys pop up pretty often for like 20 bucks. And that is a killer deal. So keep an eye out for this. This is the Ontario Rat Model 1. And we'll go ahead and get into the next one, which is the Kubi Kois. Now, this knife I picked up on a recommendation from Duty's Daggers. And yes, this is really one of the snappiest reverse flickers in like my entire collection. It's just so easy to reverse flick. And looking at the blade steel here, oh, here we go, switching around, D2. So D2 is not bad. I have never really had a whole lot of problems with rusting D2. I do prefer full stainless as I am in Florida. I don't know if the camera picks this up, but I do have some pitting down here at the bottom going on this AUS 8. AUS 8 is about the only steel that I've ever been able to kind of get a little bit of rust going on. So this is the Kubi Kois, and if you keep an eye on Amazon, the Jade model, which is this model right here, that I think it was just like 23 bucks or something like that. It went on sale for. That's the only reason why I bought the Jade. I do. It's kind of grown on me. I like the Jade, but you can pick up the Kubi Kois pretty inexpensive. But if you get it up the right deal, the right sale on Amazon, you'll spend just over 20 bucks. And I got to tell you, banger of a knife, especially with that cool like leaf spear point type blade. So Kubi Kois, that is number 2. So moving on to number 3, we'll go ahead and do one of my favorites of all time so far right now. This is the Kaiser Walnut. If you follow the channel at all, I am in love with this knife. I use it as a utility cutter. I use it as a fidget toy. You can literally fidget it with every finger. That was the ring finger. We'll see if we do the pinky flip first try. Yeah, there we go, pinky flip. Of course, I can do pointer finger. You can also slow roll. You can thumb flick. I'm not great at the thumb flick on this one, but and you can also roll with that jimping on the front. So this thing, in terms of deployment, it's amazing. It really is. It's so good. Kaiser Walnut, double detent. Full price on this I think is like 60 bucks, but you can pick them up on Amazon. Probably a little bit cheaper if you find the right sale. Kaiser likes to go on sale on Amazon. But God, the noises on this knife, oh, this is so good. This is so good. I would tell you to buy this just for a fidget toy. I mean, don't buy a normal fidget, just buy the Kaiser Walnut. It's such a good knife. The sounds are so good. This is little double detent walks and talks. I mean, just doing this. Oh man, every time I pull this knife out of my pocket to use it for something, if I cut open a box, I'll sit there and fidget it for quite a while at work, and it drives my coworkers crazy. So this is the Kaiser Walnut. This thing is amazing. Definitely make sure you check that out. That kind of went up in price a little bit, but you can find them on sale for under 50, and I would say a good budget price knife is anywhere under $50. So that's what's going to bring in my next one. So this is this is all about in terms of interpretation. So this is the Tucson TS366. This is in 14C28N, and we got titanium frame, micarta inlay, pretty decent blade steel. This is a frame lock, and so here's where we're going to talk about this real fast. So when it comes to Tucson knives, if you buy your Tucson knives from White Mountain Knives or any of those other major online retailers, you're going to spend like $100. Not really a budget knife, but I'll let you in on a little secret. So I didn't realize this isn't super common knowledge. So if you go on eBay, I know, eBay, please just be careful when you're on eBay, but we're only talking about Tucson. When you go on eBay, there is a seller. It's like D hyphen win something 7788 something like that. I'm pretty sure they are a direct online seller for Tucson. They've got like 82,000 sales of Tucson knives, and they're at like a 99.5% feedback rating. I mean, I buy so much Tucson stuff from that person. And if you go on eBay and you buy it from that account, that seller, I guess I should say, it sounds weird when I say account. If you buy it from that seller, it comes straight from China. It's going to take you like 30 days, but you can pick up Tucson knives and flashlights and pry bars for just like a fraction of the cost. I mean, I'm watching a 377 right now that, White Mountain Knives sells for like $100. I think it actually ends today. Today is in like me recording the video, and it's at like $40. So Tucson knives, in terms of like interpretation, yes, I wouldn't consider them budget if you're buying them from a normal online retailer. But if you're picking them up from, eBay, and you're doing the bidding on them from like that seller, you're going to get them for, I swear, it's either a quarter to, half the cost. And that definitely makes them budget to me. So maybe not this one in particular, but Tucson in general, you can get them cheaper than $100 a knife. I promise you. If you'd like to know more about that, please just reach out to me. Message me on Instagram, leave a comment on Facebook, and we can get a hold of each other and I'll walk you through it. But yeah, you can get really good deals on Tucson knives. I don't mind paying $100 for them, but if I can get a good deal on one, you best believe I'll get a good deal if it only costs me my time. So that's Tucson, and we'll move on to the next one. Woo, running out of breath. All right, so the next one, we're actually going to do two for the, was I counting backwards or going forwards? Was I like number 1, number 2, number 3, or was I 5? I don't know. So regardless, I'm gonna lump these two together because they're basically brothers. We'll start off with this guy first. I'll move him completely out of the way so he doesn't steal the spotlight. So this is the new Wharncliffe Pyrite, and mine is the all black version. And oh man, these are such good knives. So detent, super snappy. We have a nice Wharncliffe style blade, and you can see here we are AR RPM 9, which is actually a really good steel, super slicey. It drops back really well. This is a button lock, of course. Didn't see that button right there. And detent is great. So my wife picked out the all black one, and I would say if you're looking at these, unless you just like the all black, I would definitely say to check out the stainless steel version. It seems like the sounds and stuff are a little bit better on the stainless steel, and I don't know. I guess it has better action because it doesn't have the coating, but the action's starting to work itself out on this. I think I'm finally starting to wear out some of the black coating on the inside over by like the pivot and stuff. So it's starting to work pretty good for me. I've been really enjoying that. Those are just over $50, but you can find them on sale. Like if you just keep your eyes out, You can get them underneath that $50 budget price point for me. And I know budget knife is different for everybody. Conan's EDC did a really good video this week on what is budget, basically. And everybody, to anybody, a budget knife is different. I mean, a budget knife to someone maybe $10, $20. You know, what's the cheapest knife at the gas station? That may be someone's budget knife. I like to say budget for me is $50 and under. And, you know, premium for me, unless there's just like something really, really compelling, I think about 300 is my normal limit, unless there's just something I really got to have. Like, I'm not just going to go shopping for a knife and drop over 300 bones on something that I'm just like, you know, on a whim. It's got to be something that I've been wanting to spend over 300. Anything under that, yeah, I can kind of impulsively, you know, talk my wife into letting me buy it. but going over that, it's got to be something where I'm like, you know, waiting for it to drop or waiting for one to become available. Just, you know, stuff like that. So, $50 and under, that's where we're at for this budget video. And this is the Pyrite. If you look it up on Amazon, it's called like the Pyrite Alt. I don't know what's up with the name, but this is the Wharncliffe edition. Now, moving on to his, I'm going to say big brother. This is the CJRB Echo. And if you have not looked at the Echo, I've done a couple videos on it already. We got the same blade steel, but we are a Ray Laconico design. And you can see here, mine is like the peel ply carbon fiber type thing going on. We do have the button lock, front flipper, and we do have the thumb hole. And you can pretty much deploy this any way you want. So first thing you're going to notice as soon as I swing this out is the sounds it's going to make. Since we're not coated, it's going to sound way different than the Pyrite. See here, we got like a twing. So there we go. Very, very nice little sheep's foot blade. It's actually super similar to the Pyrite. Got a little bit more belly, I think, on the Echo. There you go. Remember, this is not a full review of these knives. This is just like 5 budget knives. Pretty quick, pretty fast video. I'm trying to make some more videos like that, be a little bit more creative. So we can front, or we can do the reverse flick. We can front flick, or you know, thumb flick. We can use the thumb flipper. We can use the button. I mean, this thing, before I got my hands on the walnut, before my buddy Dan sent me just the absolute banger of a knife, that walnut, I didn't know I needed this in my life. Before he sent me that, this thing was in my pocket every day, and this was me all day. Flicking it, reverse flick, thumb flick. You can go over the top. You can, like I said, you can just do the button flick. I lived with this knife in my hand, and oh man, the Echo is so good. And I'm on the train of people where I think it beats out the Pyrite. Sorry guys, if you are a Pyrite boy and you have not tried the Echo, I promise you, listen, it's a promise, cross my heart. It's a promise. It's an amazing knife, and you're probably going to like it more than the poor little Pyrite. Pyrite's still a great knife, but this Echo, man, it takes all the boxes. The action, let's see here. We'll do this. Oh, man. Now, if I do my Pyrite, there we go. So, yeah, and everybody keeps saying it's because of the coating that's on the knife. It has gotten better, but it's still light years away from just the way this knife was right out of the box, you know. Oh man, the only thing that this knife is missing is it really doesn't have a choke up spot, and your jimping's way back here, so it's literally meant to be held like this, which is okay. Like, but you're not. If you're going to choke up on it or do any kind of precision cuts, you're kind of be more at this angle. But aside from that, this knife for around the $50 price range, oh man, this thing is just insanely good for ticking all the boxes. I mean, really, and it comes in a bunch of different types of styles. I believe you can get the all blacked out version. Like I said, this is the carbon fiber. You can get full stainless steel. Stainless is probably the way that I would have went, but like, you know, if you watch the video, my wife picked out these two for me. These were birthday gifts, and I've actually really liked having these two different variations, because I didn't have an all black knife. I didn't have carbon fiber. You know, it's not real carbon fiber, but it's real enough. And I really enjoyed having it. Like, it's just something, a little bit of extra, you know, splash of color, a little bit of pop. Get all the knives on the table here that we just talked about, so we can conclude. So if I had to rank these instead of just going one by one, I would definitely say, we'll start off at number 5 and then go to number 1. How's that? So starting off at number 5, we'll say the Rat Model 1. I think that's a great budget knife to get you started, but it's not going to tick a lot of boxes, and it's really just a utility knife. So definitely pick up a Rat if you don't have one. Number 4 is really any Tucson. Just get you a Tucson. They're great knives. And like I said, if you do it the way I'm talking about, you can get a Tucson knife really cheap. The materials by themselves are worth the $50 or so that you pay for the knife. So awesome knives. Go to number 3. We'll do the Kubikoas. Kubikoas ticks a lot of boxes too, because of this detent right here. Oh, man, just flies with authority. Number 2, Kaiser Walnut for sure. And the only reason why I'm saying number 2 and the reason why he's not number 1 is because it's a little small. It's kind of a small knife. A lot of people may not like that, so we'll put him at the number 2 spot. But you definitely, absolutely, 100% need to pick up a walnut. Mine needs to be oiled, it sounds like. And then at the number 1 spot, either one of these two, honestly, either one of these two, right? You know, right here, either one, just either one. Get the Echo. No, I'm just kidding. They're both great. They really are. I keep saying the Echo over the Pyrite, but I really do enjoy them both. I think they're both very unique and very good knives. So number 1 spot is going to be the two brothers, the Echo and the Pyrite. If you pick up any of these knives, I almost guarantee you'll be happy with your purchase. Maybe on the Rat Model 1, maybe go for one of the other variations rather than just the, you know, the plain G10 with the AUS 8. I kind of regretted buying just the very minimal model, but I think it was on sale on Amazon for like $18. So I didn't have one, and I just like, I'll just buy it so I can try it. So that's my only bit of advice. If you go to buy the Rat Model 1, try to get a better blade steel than AUS 8. It may work for everybody. It doesn't work for me. It's like I said, I keep all my knives oiled. It's already pitting. It's a bad deal. So there we go. That's going to be my top 5 favorite budget knives in my collection. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button and drop a comment down in the description below which one you would choose. And like I said, reach out to me if you want more information on picking up some of them Tucson knives at a decent deal. I'll help you out the best I can. So thanks again, guys. Catch you on the next one.